Hello everyone, this is Asphalt 1918 and today we'll be testing the Ferrari F12 TDF in multiplayer in Asphalt Unite. Quite a forgotten car, but definitely not terrible, as we'll see in this video. So the top speed of this car is 222.9 without epics. With an epic I'm sure it'll reach 230. Acceleration is 77.98, pretty much 78 with epics, which is not bad. The handling is where this car lacks. And I did apply one epic to handling because I got one. So I'd say the handling is the main weakness of this car, and the nitro is very good, 79. One of its main strengths. I'd say the main strength of this car are the top speed and the nitro. So let's get into the races. So this car being placed in silver 2 definitely makes it a pretty good competitor to other cars in this league. Especially because of its top speed, it is quite fast. Especially compared to cars like the Gallardo, which belong in this league. I know, I'd say I do like the new nitro sounds better than the old ones. So I'm glad we get them here on iOS and Android, I believe. Well, I think Android also has these sounds for the nitro effects. I think they're pretty nice. Man, we have taken the lead by quite a bit actually. As you can see, the nitro is crazy good. I'd say that pretty much makes up for the bad handling. So definitely take this car out for a spin if you have it. It's better than you may think. Hint, it is very fast for this league. Most cars in the league only go about 210. This car reaches 233. So fast. So in this race we came in first place. Nice. So here you are in Tuscany, which definitely is not the best track for this car. Interesting. Pretty much everyone is in red, except a couple people. Pretty nice. But on a track like Tuscany, this car really isn't great. Even though it loses speed while drifting, its nitro can get it back up to top speed in not too long actually. It just takes about 2 or 3 seconds. It isn't bad, considering the acceleration is 78, which isn't terrible by any means. But there's definitely better acceleration than this car. So I'd say for Class B, this car isn't very good. But since this car is placed in Silver League, it performs quite well. Like the handling, you can see it's very stiff. Just the turning capacity of this car. So we did get second place, losing to a Draco GTE. Interesting. And this guy is in Silver 2 League. So we did beat a 5.9XX Evo, which is actually very agile, so quite surprised we beat it. Glickenhaus 003S, Ferrari F12 TDF, Ferrari J50, not quite upgraded, and a Vencer Sarth. And a BMW Z4, but that's not very good. And here we are in San Francisco against some Glickenhauses, some other F12 TDFs. And I know there was a Porsche 718 came in, and there's the Renault RS01. And for this section of this track, nitro racing is actually very important, especially for rough terrain sections. The nitro racing of this car can definitely save you from rough terrain sections. But handling is definitely quite stiff. As you can see here, we're struggling to even make this corner of San Francisco. Or I'd say in some places it might be best to just avoid drifting in this car, since this car drifts pretty mid. Or I'd say pretty much like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say that drifting will get like a 3 out of 5 or 3 out of 10. But anyway, we still got a first place. Alright, here we are in US Midwest. Just say it's definitely not the best track for this F12 TDF. It's not the worst track, I guess, but definitely not the best. And you know, that speed trick off the wall there is pretty hard for me to do. Like, I can do it, just not all the time. But in this car, I'd say it's better to just not drift for that section. But as you can see, the F12 TDF is not even close to this car in speed. So this car does definitely have some struggle, even against C-class cars. Anyway, the guy in first place is another F12 TDF. Like, drifting of this car definitely is a struggle, as you can see. But the nitro really does save it. Oh boy. I thought I could just have shockwave into that wall and not wreck, or not get slowed down, but it just completely deactivated my nitro there. I do notice that when you hit walls hard, your nitro just gets deactivated for some reason. Anyway, second place, we lost to a F12 TDF, but we beat 2 Ferrari 599 XX Evos and a Porsche Panamera Turbo S. Alright, so this race will be the last race, and it's on Downtown Rise, San Francisco. It's actually a pretty good track for this car, since you can drift at the beginning and get a bunch of nitro for a shockwave, as I'm doing right here. Very satisfying. But anyway, so the question is this car worth going for? Or is this car worth using in multiplayer? The Ferrari F12 TDF? I'd say yes, it is. It may not have good drifting, but the nitro really makes up for it. Overall, it is actually, in my opinion, it's a pretty fun experience to drive. Especially since even though you slow down on curves, you can shockwave right back up to speed. And that's really fun. As you can see here, we're passing the Gallardo, and hopefully we're gonna get first place, showing the importance of nitro duration. Yes, so nitro duration, very important. But anyway, we got first place, barely beating that Gallardo. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more Asphalt content. Goodbye.